wealth and financial freedom. So over to you now. No boss, only clients. Why this topic and what is this book about?
All right, cool. So the book, as you said, is called No Boss, Only Clients: How to Build an Extraordinary Career and a Life of Freedom. It's available on Amazon. So we have the paperback version, as you see here. You can get this, or you can download the Kindle version, or you can get the audiobook version if you want to listen. So however you want to do it, we got you covered. Go on Amazon, just type in my name or type in No Boss, Only Clients, and you'll find the book there. The premise behind the book is this, Damien. A lot of us have been conditioned or trained into taking a passive approach towards our work and towards our career. So we've been taught that you are the employee, this is the boss, you sit back, you take instructions, they say to do something, you go and do it. You're extremely grateful and humble to have this job, and you're desperate and you would do anything no matter what they say. Yeah, okay, old school, right? I'm bringing in the new school saying, look, this person, anybody who's involved in the process of getting you paid is not your boss. That's your client, right?
Wow.
And this is the same approach that people who have money have been taking for years, right? If you go and you're paying for something, right? If you hire a plumber, right, and you're paying the plumber, is the plumber? Is that you're the client, right? You're not all of a sudden the plumber's boss, right?
No, you're not.
Yes, you're paying, but you're his client. So at the same time, one, he knows that you could pack up and find another plumber, but he also knows. You also know that you're not the only person that has plumbing problems. He could also get up and find another client. So it kind of puts pressure on both sides to say, look, we need to have, rather than this top down where like you're on top, you're the boss and I'm below, we need to have a mutual respect for each other, right? Yeah. And make sure that we're adding value to each other. So it's not to say that, oh, no boss, only clients, you get up and you do whatever you want. It actually puts more pressure on you to make sure you're adding value to your client and serving your client to earn the money that you want to be paid. Right. So that's a general premise of the book.
Wow.
So for about 60% of the book, 65% of the book, I'm walking you through one, how to recalibrate and recondition your brain to understand this different power dynamic so that you approach things differently. You approach your career differently. And you're not just a taker, you're a maker, right? You're making things happen. You can decide how things happen in your job and your career. It might come to a point where, you're not quitting your job, you're changing clients. It's a bad client, like, oh no, this job, hey, I quit that job. No, that client, we had a bad relationship. It just wasn't working out. It wasn't mutually agreeable anymore. So I decided to move on to a different client. It's a different kind of conversation than I got fired or like I quit my job. It's a different kind of self-speak. Yeah. Right. So in the book, we're walking you through tactics and strategies for how to build that career. I'm talking about stuff that I wish I knew at the beginning of my career, and this is from over 200 episodes of 200 episode of the
podcasting
podcast, interviewing top level executives everywhere from Silicon Valley to management all over the place, and also sitting down and reading books and understanding all this stuff and distilling it down to say, look, what you thought you knew about salary negotiation, here's the next level of stuff. For example, I'll give you one.
Yeah.
People think that you come in, right, and you're like, oh, I need to negotiate my salary. I need to go ask for more money. I'm like, wait, hold on a second. First of all, real salary negotiations, I'm talking about not when you're trying to get extra $100. I'm talking about you're trying to get an extra $10,000, $5,000 raise.
Yeah.
This stuff takes like a year, right? And on day one, you're having a conversation, not asking for the money yet, You're having a what would have to be true conversation. So you're walking in, let's say we use a calendar year, January to December. You're walking in on January saying, hey, client, right? Not boss. Hey, client. Yeah. What are the things you're trying to accomplish this year? Okay, great. All right. So that's what you're trying to accomplish. I can help you do that. What would have to be true for you to feel comfortable paying me an additional $10,000? Give me the conditions. What would have to happen for me to get extra $10,000? Okay, A, B, C, D. All right, we agree on that. So you're saying if I do A, B, C, and D, you're okay. Give me extra 10,000. All right, good. Second question: are you prepared to give me the resources and support to make those things happen?
Right.
Because a lot of people go step one and they walk out the door, but then they say like, wait, it's like halfway through the year, but these people didn't even give me a proper laptop. I don't have any,
Wow.
You were set up to fail.
And those are the realities that the person's face.
Yeah, you were set up to fail. So step two, are you prepared to give me the support and resources to make that happen? All right, great. So you're saying if this, then you give me that. Halfway through the year, you do a check-in. Hey, I know we said this and that during in January, doing, I want to check in on how we're going on these objectives. Any adjustments we need to make, any pivots we need to make, boom, boom, boom. So you're kind of going through this dance back and forth, and you're collecting the evidence along the way. Because here's what happens, and this is kind of inside stuff we talk about in the book. When your quote unquote boss goes to try to recommend you to get a raise, they're not going to want to tell you this, right? Because they like to feel important. But a lot of times, the person you're talking to isn't the real person who's making the decision. They have to go before some kind of board or some committee. They have to convince some other people. So they know that you're good, but these other people, they might not know you from anybody. So you have to actually go now and collect the wins and give them put the words in their mouth and give them a summary at the end and say, look, these are the things you said you wanted to accomplish. And the sentence structure goes like this. At the beginning of the year, we were at point A. Right. Through the efforts that I did by doing A, B, C, and D, or 1, 2, 3, and 4, now we've moved sales to this point, or now we've saved time on this point. So that's the kind of conversation you want to have when we're breaking